Hi. Now, one of the questions I get from parents when I hold my webinars for them on how to give their children a reading culture is that they ask me how they can begin to read. So in today's video, I will be discussing how to improve your reading skill as a beginner. And I'll be discussing 6 practical, easy to do things you can do to pick up a reading culture and to improve on it. Okay, so we'll be starting with the very first one, and that is have a strong why. Why do you want to improve your reading skill? Now, in my webinars for parents on how to give their children a reading culture, one of the things I tell parents is that if you want to influence your children to read books, then be a model, be a role model. Now, with that, a lot of young parents who want to give their children a reading habit are motivated to begin to read, since they know that the outcome of their reading, or that when they read, they can influence their children to begin to read, because I explained to them that reading is a gateway skill that makes every other learning possible. I tell them that every child is born a star, and that if parents can model reading for their children, if children can be given a reading culture, then they will become stars and they will be able to excel in life. Okay, so with this motivation, I see a lot of parents wanting to read. So if you have this motivation behind your mind that you want to read so that you will be able to be a role model for your children on reading, that will help you to be consistent in practicing the rest of the things I'll be discussing here. So one of the things that can really help you is to have a strong why you want to learn reading, why you want to improve your reading skill. Now, take for instance another person who hears that the common denominator among all successful people in the world is that successful people read on a daily basis. Now, somebody who hears this and who wants to be successful in the future, we want to pick up a reading culture. We want to improve on his reading skill. So it's so important that you have a strong why you want to begin to read, why you want to improve your reading culture. Or maybe somebody in his 50s or 60s who gets to hear that when you begin to read, it's like a form of a mental exercise that will help your cognitive health, so that the person will not begin to have all the diseases like Alzheimer's, all the other mental health issues. Okay, so you see that somebody who is motivated, somebody who knows a strong why, who has a strong reason to begin to pick up the reading habit, will be able to improve on this habit. So have a strong why. The next point is that you should read what aligns with your interest. Are you a fashionista? Then read magazines that discuss fashion. You will be interested because that aligns with your interest. Or you're somebody who loves celebrity gossip. Okay, you can pick out a book about the latest celebrity gossip in town. You are a sports lover, pick things that have to do with sports. There is a major difference between reading for fun, reading as a hobby, and reading for academic purposes. Some people are put off reading because of the reading exercises they did when they were in school. But it's a different thing to read to pass exams, and a different thing when it comes to reading for fun. Okay, so whatever it is that is your interest, pick books that align with your interest. It will become a lot easier if you're reading things that you're keenly interested in. That is another thing you can do to improve your reading skill for beginners. The next thing that is so important if you want to improve your reading skill for beginners is don't overachieve. Yes, there are some people who will hear that, reading is so important. Maybe somebody wants money and he gets to hear a Brian Tracy quote that said that financial literacy precedes financial freedom. So he begins to, set a goal to read one financial book in a week. You will see that the person might get overwhelmed in doing so. So don't overachieve. Generally, it is stated that if you want to begin to read, you want to improve your reading skill, you can set a goal to read as little as 1 page in a day. Yes, as little as 1 page in a day. Then if you finish reading that 1 page and you're motivated to read more, you can read more. Sometimes some people say you can read for 10 minutes, you can read for 5 minutes. You see that in life, everything starts small. You can see a baby who has a potential of growing to a 6-footer, but he's born tiny. Nature teaches us that we should take it easy. We should do it little by little. Okay, so if you want to improve your reading skill, don't overachieve. Don't set a goal that will get you overwhelmed. Don't set a goal to read one book in a day. You can start with reading one chapter. Okay, you can start with reading 1 page, 2 pages, read for 5 minutes, read for 10 minutes in a day, but make it consistent. Consistency is so important when it comes to picking habits, because man is a creature of habit, and whatsoever we do consistently, we are able to form a habit in it. Okay, so that's another thing you need to do if you want to improve your reading skill. Another thing you can do is to pair up your habits. Man is a creature of habit. There are things we do habitually. There are things that are already habitual with us. Take, for instance, maybe somebody who loves to take a cup of coffee the moment he wakes up. That has become a habit. He has done it for 20 years. If this person wants to form a habit of reading, he wants to improve his reading skill, what he can do is to tie this new habit he's trying to form with an already established habit of drinking coffee. So what this person can do is to just take his book and keep it by his kettle, by his coffee kettle, so that the moment he wakes up in the morning, he's going for his coffee. As he pours out his coffee and sits down to sip his coffee, he can as well flip through the pages of the books that he wants to read that morning. Closely related to pairing your habit is listening to audiobooks. Yes, audiobooks are so important. Although I prefer that somebody sits down, picks a physical book to read, but there are some times when audiobooks are very, very important. Take, for instance, somebody who loves to walk, take a walk in the mornings, or someone who loves to work out in the mornings. You can pair that habit together with listening to audiobooks, right? Technology is on our side. Audiobooks are very important, okay? Because the mind is the hub of the body. The mind is the result center. And the two gates that lead into our minds are the ear gates and the eye gates, okay? So when you are working out and you're listening to a very beautiful, inspirational or motivational book, that is amazing. Sometimes when people commute, you can listen to audiobooks. That is amazing. The most important thing is that you're getting relevant information imputed into your mind, because it is in the mind that our results are processed. So anything you can do, listening to audiobook is a beautiful way of imputing the right information into your mind that will give you a beautiful result with life. Okay, so if you cannot read, you can listen to audiobook. They are very, very important. Finally, I will say that if you are trying to develop a new habit of reading, you want to improve your reading habit as a beginner, try to read first thing in the morning before you pick your screen. Of course, we know that the screen is addictive. And when you pick up your screen and you begin to scroll, you can never tell what you will see online. A lot of the things you see, it could be things that will stress you, could be things that will spoil your day, and once your mind is already clogged up, it will be difficult for you to read and get the benefit from your reading. So I suggest that once you wake up, you pick up your book, read your 1 page or 2 pages or more, as the case may be. Before then, you pick your screen. Now, if you can do all these things, remember, start small and be consistent. Consistency is where the whole thing lies. It was Tony Robbins that said that repetition is the mother of skill. If you can pick these things, pick these skills, do them repeatedly, consistently, you will see that it's just a matter of time. You will begin to enjoy reading. Again, I said that reading is a gateway skill that makes every other learning possible, according to Barack Obama. And reading is one thing that you can't do and lose in any way. It will improve you, improve your cognitive abilities, improve your communication skill, improve your ability to harness ideas. Reading will improve your life in every possible way. I'm a book lover and a prolific author of so many books, and I know that you will enjoy reading. Moreover, if you're a parent, reading will give you the opportunity to get a lot of beautiful information that you can impute into your children. You don't have to raise vain children. A lot of parents are hooked up to watching home videos and series, okay? And at the end of the day, they don't have value to impute into your children. You shouldn't be that kind of parent. Thank you so much for being a part of this beautiful video. If you got value, please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and if you can share this link with another parent who is on the same journey, that would be amazing. Until I come your way next time, keep reading.